Hey everyone, back again with a little kind of just a questionnaire kind of deal. Um, so a lot of people know what I do. It's in my profile about what I do. I lower, you know, caskets down into the earth for them to be buried inside of the vaults and everything. I lower dead people into the ground, in layman's terms. And I was thinking to myself, well, shoot, I've never seen anybody do it on YouTube as a vault guy, but I've never looked it up. I was thinking, well, maybe I could do, like a video or something showing everybody what I do for work, and kind of show you how cool it is, how kind of unique of a job it is, how kind of I don't know. I feel like it's atonement for all the wrongdoings I've done. Especially being able to lower people down one last time in front of their families if they so choose to watch, or I'm able to put it all together and make it a beautiful service for the last time they'll ever see their loved one. And I think that is beyond one of the best jobs I've ever done, is being able to present these people with a beautiful last view, set it up. It is hard work. You have to unload the truck, you take your cart, whatever. It's not all that hard, but once you figure it out, it becomes a lot easier as a vault guy. That's what I am, as a vault guy. So when I say vault, it's a burial vault. So it's not like the movies where the casket goes directly in the ground. That's not how it works. Legally, the casket has to be sealed within a vault. And so what I'm talking about as vault is this big concrete box with a big ass, heavy ass lid on it. And it's that way so, number one, the body doesn't deteriorate. For the last month or so, I've been doing this job, and every time I go to a graveyard and I have to jump down into the hole that the person is getting buried into, once you get to a certain level or depth within the graveyard, it absolutely stinks. Once you take the plywood off the grave hole, you get blasted in the smell with death and decay. I'm not even lying. Anybody that's ever worked at a cemetery or whatever can tell you that. Especially like older country ones way out there in the countryside, where a lot of people just want to be rotted out quicker, so they get the cheap. It's called a box and not a vault. Same concept. It seals on top, everything else, but there's holes in the bottom of it so that you deteriorate faster. And so there's a lot of that in the cemeteries too. And so when you remove the plywood and everything over the holes that are out there, you just get blasted in the face with just the worst smell. And so that's something you don't really get used to, but you do at the same time. So what I do for a job is like, a lot of times we'll pour concrete, if there's not a service or whatever that you get called out to do, or a graveyard to go out and bury someone in. Like tomorrow, I have to go and bury someone, so I figured if I get out there early enough, I could probably take a few videos. I just wanted to get comments below to see if anybody would be interested in seeing something like that, excluding the family and all that. I'm not going to videotape anything like that with the family there or whatever, but just primarily the setup and all that, and show you people kind of what it is I do. And I just wanted comments below, just kind of yes or no, whatever. But I thought it would be a cool idea. Like I said, the vaults, and they're so cool. You open the lid, and the lid sits on rails and everything, and it sits down in the ground just enough. You put the thing out that the casket sits on and lowers into the vault, and it's all a solo man job. So this whole vault weighs about 3,500 pounds. The lid itself is about 980 to 1,000 pounds. So when you see them in the movie when they're grave robbing or whatever, and they just casually push that lid open, I promise you it's sealed. So you have to break the seal, which is damn near impossible to do without like a come along or some kind of pulley device to pop the lid completely open. So in the movies, it's completely false that you're able to push those vault lids open as easy as they can. They're about 1,000-pound lids all the way around. They're about 1,000 pounds, and they're sealed with a special sealant type deal in there that morphs around the top and bottom parts of the lip like concrete. So you have to break that seal, and you're not doing that with the way it sits in there. You have no leverage to do it. So that's just my thoughts. I wanted to see if anybody was interested in seeing me do a setup like that, show my job off a little bit, and whatnot. So if you want to comment below, I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a great night.